everyone, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Alright, so we're going to do a final flip through of my it's actually not too bad. It's a little chunky. I had to add a closure to it. But my 2021 December daily. So as you remember, I took the cover from this, it was a Hallmark book, I guess, called Home for the Holidays. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but it was from sometime in the 2000s anyway. But I used the rest of the pages for other junk journals. I think there's still one left in my Etsy shop if you were interested. But anyway, I love the color of the cover, and the size of it was really good for me. And so, yeah, so I made a new spine for it. It's a very wide spine. I think it was 2.5 inches. And then I had this really, really pretty ribbon that I used to cover the spine. So these are my colors. We've kind of talked a little bit about that in the prompts and stuff just recently. I don't go so much for the bright reds and greens. I go for more of the muted tones and softer colors, I guess. So, for one of the prompts, it said to add jingle bells as one of the collage assignments. And instead of adding them to the page, I went ahead and made this tassel. So this has kind of been a nice little jingle bell every time I get the journal out and play in it. It's just nice. It's a nice sound. So, all right. So, and then obviously down here you can see this, underneath this, it said Hallmark. And I just covered that with some scratch paper that I had from making the book. And then this actually is from a happy planner that never got used. So, all right. So first page, really, really fun. So as you can see, it's a fairly large book. What I did in this one was I did a mixture, or in the whole book, I did a mixture of Marguerite Miller collage challenges, and then also I put together my own list of prompts for December daily that I didn't come up with on my own. I just kind of combined some that I liked from other people's lists. And so I didn't even have 20. I didn't even have 31. There's only 22 of them on here. But as you can see, I used a fair amount of them. So there's that. I need to have this handy so for those pages I know what to talk about. So I'll just put this off to the side. This one was a collage assignment. I'm not going to read through all of them and all the assignments, but here's an example if you haven't watched my channel yet and this is your first time. So this is a collage assignment, and I did that on this page, and this one actually I think is the one, yeah, the sleigh bells, which is when I did that. And so I didn't go in chronological order in my book, in my journal I should say. So I did this one actually on December 6th. And so I used, to construct the book, the pages, I used magazine pages from the 2021 Somerset Studio Holiday magazine. And then I also had Daphne's Diary December from 2019 that I don't think I'd used at all. And so that was my other challenge to myself, was to try and use pages from that Daphne's Diary as much as possible, or images from it. And so that's actually where a lot of the collage pieces come from on these pages. So that was that page, or that collage. This was just part of the book. So yeah, there will be plenty of pages like this that are just, you know, eye candy. And so this one was done on December 18th, and it's number 12, which was, the prompt said wrapping paper. So I don't have wrapping paper really handy. We don't really do gifts anymore for, well, we didn't this year, and I just recently gotten rid of a lot of my wrapping paper. So I actually found this, I went and bought the 2021 Daphne's Diary for December, and did use a few elements from that one. So I think that's where this paper came from, and it was, I think, meant to be wrapping paper. But I just made Christmas trees, did some stamping for the little stars on the top. This is actually one of my absolute favorite pages. I just really love how it turned out. A little bit of Tim Holtz throughout the journal as well. It says Magical Christmas. This was kind of an empty page all month long, and finally, and I was having a hard time coming up with something to use on it because of the color of it. For whatever reason, nothing really quite made sense to put on this page. So in the end, I just decided to, since it was at the very beginning of the journal, I just decided to kind of make it a letter sort of to the reader, and explained exactly what I just explained, using a mixture of journaling prompts with the collage challenges, and then the Daphne's Diary and stuff. So I also had, or have, this sticker book, which is also fairly old, by Daphne's Diary, and there were a bunch of Christmas stickers in here, which, look at this, guys. I used up all of them on this one page. Yay, this was, these are all Christmas stickers. So I'm really going to try and challenge myself this year to get into my stash and use my stash rather than buying new, because, yeah, I just need to. So this spread here was another Marguerite Miller challenge. It said, the month of December can get quite busy, which requires you to find time to relax. Collage with some images that fill you with peace and tranquility. And so I just, I found that I didn't really want these challenge things to be part of my spread. So I was finding ways to secretly hide them, like you saw on this first page, where I turned this picture into a tuck spot, and I kind of discreetly tucked that back up into there. So you can find them, and then I had to make a little pocket on this page and put one of those stickers from Daphne's Diary on there. So yeah, my journaling happiness, so this kind of represents that. And these are just some stickers that I had just purchased from AliExpress, actually, to use in some different kinds of journaling for my own personal journaling. Same with these. And so these were more mountains and that kind of an idea. And both of them just make me feel tranquil and serene, I guess is what the prompt said. So that one I did on December 8th. This one was on December 28th, and it was prompt number 20 from my list, which was favorite Christmas memory from 2021. And so this one I just did a simple kind of collage with what I had left over. This was done on December 28th. I think I said that already, but at this point I was getting a little bit, it was the pickings were getting a little bit slim. So, but not really. I mean, I still have, I feel like almost the entire Daphne's Diary to work with for next year or the, you know, subsequent years. But anyway, I was telling some stories about my dad's side Christmas, and how my aunts would always play pranks on each other, and we were just doing some reminiscing about some of that, which was a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughing. I haven't had you know, those gut laughs. You're laughing for a long time, and then, you know, your face and your sides hurt. It was one of those kinds of nights, and it was good. I needed that. So I did kind of a bit of journaling about all that on these 3 pages here. And then this one was done on December 30th, and this was another Marguerite Miller prompt. It was talking about how red and green are typical Christmas colors, what other color combinations are good Christmas colors, choose 2 or 3 and collage with them. And so these kind of represent what I would like more, or what I prefer more for Christmas. And I would classify this in there as well. I mean, it's all in the same color family here. But as you'll see, it's softer, more muted tones for me. Not so much this, more of this kind of thing, more of that. So anyway, so that's kind of what I talked about here. December 23rd was number 18, and it says, how do you procrastinate? And so here I did this watercolor from a new set of watercolors that I had just picked up. They were wrapped in this gold foil, and then this was also the wrapping. And then this was a stamp set that I had recently gotten and hadn't used yet. And so it says Imagine here. So yeah, I was just kind of talking about what do I do when I procrastinate? Well, you're looking at it. This is what I do. When I don't want to do something else, and when I'm at home, you're probably going to find me up in my craft room or doing some kind of type of craft of some kind. So this very much represents that for me. So then here is December 19th. Oh, here it is. This was a Marquee Miller challenge again. And so this was a collage assignment. We had to do a tree, a symbol found on a keyboard, something shaped in an oval, a name, a portion of coloring book page, and then bonus was an illustration. So I said I wasn't going to read through all these, but I guess I will. So it's kind of fun as I read through them. Can you pick out what I chose for each element? So illustration, oval, coloring book page, keyboard, name, and tree. Okay, and then this one was this was an extra spread that was left over that I didn't have anything really to put on. I did some of this at the very end of the month, so the last couple of days. And so there were these 2 poems left from the Daphne's Diary that I just thought were really nice. And these 2 came from the Somerset Studio magazine. So I just did a simple little collage with these, and I'm glad because now I'll have these to remember. So if you'd like to read the poem, go ahead and, let me see, go ahead and press pause. And then here is the other one, so go ahead and press pause. So that is that. Now I need to double check that I'm in frame again. So I'm going to try not to move the book around because this, like I said, is so big. I have to kind of, yeah, it's logistics. So this was another spread that was kind of left over that didn't have anything. There was no assignment. It was just, yeah, another leftover spread. So I had this sticker sheet of these really cute stickers that were kind of like snow globes of different scenes, and this was actually something I cut out for the very first day that I ended up not using, first day of December. And so I thought it was interesting that it kind of saved it for pretty much one of the last days of December and put it on this spread. And I added these 2 little corner pieces that are just nice and dainty. And it says here, when I think of Christmas, my mind is filled with images from my childhood home, which is true for me. And so, yeah, I just kind of put the little snow globes into the little frames there. And then this again was just more nice pictures that I've had kind of been looking at through the whole month. And this was a paper star. They were showing you how to make them in the Somerset Studio magazine. But this was a Tim Holtz rub on here, and then this came from the article about how to do that. And then this was another leftover piece from the Daphne's Diary. This I didn't film for you guys. I didn't do anything to this. This was just the original page left. And then I had done more than when I was doing the watercolor for this. I had done more of them, and so I just took one of those that I had done from that time and turn that into a tuck spot. And then there's a few things throughout that I just did some journaling on that were kind of reflections of 2021. And so then this one says, what are you most grateful for from 2021? And I said, I'm grateful for a great many things, but the most grateful, I can't read my own writing. I think I'm trying to say, but the most grateful for being pulled out of a job that I was only tolerating and put into one that is more challenging and it has a much better future for me. So I did have a career change, unbeknownst to me. It was a surprise. But for the good, this time, thankfully. They recognized that I wasn't thriving in my current position. It's a great job. It's just something that I've been doing for many years, and I was needing new challenges. And so, another person that was in the job that I was given also, I don't think, was thriving anymore. And so they switched us around. And, anyway, I think, it was a great change for me. It was very challenging at first. It still is going to be challenging. It's still fairly new. It only happened like in August, basically, and I haven't really had a chance to get into it deeply yet because I've had to do a lot of training for other positions and whatnot in the company. But so I'm really excited. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I'm not so excited about that, but I'm off vacation now. Today's my last day of vacation, and I'll be going back to work and hopefully can really sink my teeth into this new position and do it to it. So here's another one I did off camera. This was I just really love these flowers that were part of a Daphne's Diary page. I had torn this out from when I was super busy. I think it was like the week before Christmas. And so I'm not going to write about that. I mean, we're all busy during Christmas or during December at some point in time. So I just did a simple little collage there. I like the different greens with the blue. I think that looks really cool. And then this is kind of a greenish color here too. And then this also was another prompt kind of reminiscing or thinking about the last year. So this one was summarize the year in 5 sentences or less. 5 sentences or less. I said it started out as hopeful, new president, hopefully no more COVID, and life getting back to normal. Hope turned into busy, busy, busy with feelings of survival and trying to find work-life happiness. Now at the end of the year, the feeling is disappointment for 2021 and hopeful for 2022. So, the ups and downs of 2021. And then I just did a little tag down here. It says Noel with Sorry Silk. This is another one that you guys haven't seen yet. I had a few pages left over that I had to kind of put some stuff on. So I stamped the Santa, the Rudolph, and the Snowman from that one stamp set that I've kind of shown you guys the whole time and never used, and then used some watercolor to kind of decorate that. And so I just did a simple little collage here with some of the little elements that I had left over. Nothing done on this page. This page was another collage assignment. Did it on December 12th. And so this one was something in a foreign language, a leaf or leaves, holiday washi tape, something ornate, something with legs, and then bonus architecture. So I've got a little bit of architecture here. I said I was going to back this and turn it into a journaling card. That never happened. I think it's fine. We'll just tuck it in there. This is in German. So if you were wondering about that. And then this was ornate. So this page, I do have a few pages still blank on purpose because I have some family photos from Christmas that I'm going to be putting into the journal once I'm done filming this. So I will truly be done with this after that's all done. So there's going to be a few pages left for that. So these are a couple of those pages. This one was number 7, which was Holiday DIY. So this was a little, you were supposed to make a gingerbread house out of it that was 3D. And so then these kind of are supposed to go like that. So I did that, and then I deconstructed it and folded it up in a way that I could put it into my journal. And then I added snow, glittery snow, onto the tops of the house. So I thought that was a fun little page. Let's see, December 27th, 2021. This was another collage assignment. Holly leaves, a nutcracker, cursive handwriting, a path or road, something sticky, and then bonus graph paper. So this was another one that I was happy about how it turned out. Yeah, some of these got a little busier than I'm kind of used to, but I'm embracing that. I'm more of a minimalist, I think, when it comes to collaging, or I tend to use larger images and not so many small images. I don't know. I guess gravitate towards that. So these kinds of collages, which actually there's quite a few of them in this journal, are a little different for me. So anyway, so this page I just did today. I just added this. It was a blank page. Well, there was writing from the magazine. So I just added this big journaling card, and then there's a vellum kind of flag up here. And then this is just a blank sheet of paper. So I just folded that over the page. So I'll most likely add some photos of family behind this and then do some journaling on that about Christmas for this year. There's some more room here for some more journaling maybe. This was a spread on my Christmas Eve at church. So this is the inside of my church and how they decorate for Christmas. It's just beautiful. And so I actually spent most of my Christmas Eve day at church. I played for the 2 p.m. and the 5 p.m. Church services. I play clarinet, but I play with the brass group there. They like the timbre that the clarinet brings. So, and then for the 5 p.m. service, they do the silent night where they candlelit, and they bring all the lights down. And so I played the intro to Silent Night. We did the Mannheim Steamroller Stille Nacht, or part of it, not the entire thing because that's really long. And then I did a descant on verses. I did the Long Ago and Far Away descant on verse 2, and then a different really pretty descant on verse 3. So it went really well. And I did really good. And so then this page, this was another one of journaling about 2021, or remembering what's something I want to leave behind from this past year. I'm just kind of talking about I have too much stuff in my house. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed by a lot of this stuff, and actually a lot of this stuff is crafting stuff. And so that's kind of been something I wanted to do while I was on vacation this last week, was to kind of go through and just clean up, get rid of, and reorganize. I didn't do such a good job of that. I got a really good start one day. I spent most of one day purging, which is actually what I really needed to do, so I could now have room and I can breathe now. I have some empty shelves ready for stuff to be organized and put onto. And so now that's my next task, is to kind of put like with like and really understand what I have of everything, and just figure out what I'm going to keep, what I'm not going to keep, and then put it into a home. Because I'm tired of stepping over everything, and it's migrated itself from my craft room into my bedroom, which is fine for me because it's just me. But if I ever had somebody else here, it would not be fine. And so I got to get a handle on that. So I was just kind of talking about that. went well in December. I said this December daily. I said it was fun, and I did some working ahead, and thanks to that I didn't ever get stressed about getting a video out on time. I think there was only once or twice where I didn't get a video put out by 7 a.m. in the morning. Central Time, if you're ever paying attention to that. That's when I try to have my videos uploaded. I failed on that today, as you can see. But anyway, I really love this trio of pages here. I mean, I loved them before, but adding this page to it just makes it even that much more pretty, I think. So, just really love them. I didn't want to really do much of anything. Honestly, I even thought about not even putting this here, but I think it adds to it, so I'm okay with keeping it there. This is my envelope of images from Christmas that I'll be putting into my journal once we're all done. Most of them will probably go onto this spread here, or these few spreads maybe. So there's that. Another collage challenge. So this was from December 16th. This one was a snowman, ornament or ornaments of any kind. Any kind of tag. We've got 2 of them here. A tool, which is the scissors. A recipe or portion. There's a recipe for chicken piccata and white wine sauce back here. And then a crossword or newspaper magazine puzzle was the bonus. I didn't do that. So I didn't do the bonus on that one. But this one was a fun one. I think I struggled a bit with this one, but in the end, again, I'm glad with how it came out. I'm glad I added these snowflakes. I think it's really cute. Oh, this page. I love this page. So this one was done on December 5th. This was another challenge, collage challenge. So this one was a fancy bow, an angel, a ticket, which is here, something stenciled, which is back here. It's kind of hard to see. Stenciled with, I think, white gesso on this craft packing paper, which is always a good thing to do. A pattern with stripes, which I chose that. Something that starts with the letter K. I have 2 kitties here. And that was the bonus. So then I just added this off to the side so that I had a place to put my collage assignment. So yeah, really, really like how this one turned out. And again, this all came from the same spread from the magazine, obviously. Okay, so number 19, did this one on December 20th. So let's see, number 19, the best way to spend a cold evening. So I kind of started with, if I had a fireplace, I would turn on the fireplace or do the fireplace. And if I was still eating sugar, I would definitely have a hot chocolate like this with the marshmallows coming out the top and a little peppermint stick in there, because that's the best way to do it. And more than likely, I would have a craft project going, and I would be watching my favorite Christmas movies. So I put a little tuck spot here. I found this on, I don't know, the internet. And it's just a calendar of Christmas movies to watch every day of the month of December. And a lot of these are my favorites. But I use this to do my journaling on the back. So this is a fun page. I really like that. And if you're not sure what this movie is from, Harry Potter. And I love watching Harry Potter. Well, I like watching Harry Potter any time of the year, but for whatever reason, it seems more like a Christmassy movie to me. I think because they always came out kind of around Christmas. Maybe that's why. Okay, so this one was December 15th. Another one that I wasn't sure about how this was going to come out. And in the end, I absolutely love it. It was a funny one. I had some embossing adventures. But okay, so prompts are a Santa hat, something made of glass, buttons. We have actual buttons. Text from a book, which this is from a dictionary here. Doodles. Where's my doodles? Did I do doodles? Maybe I didn't do the doodles. Maybe those are doodles. There's embossing powder all over. All over. And then bonus, something blue. So I use this, but actually the background on this is blue too. So that was a fun one. Figure out where my pocket went. Okay. So yeah, December 15th. It's another page I didn't do anything on. Same here, same here. So these will be family photos. This was another one of those that I did on my own. Did Santa Claus. He's not very happy. It says, Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho. And I love this owl. It's like kind of got this surprised look on its face. Like, ooh, Santa's not happy. So anyway, this was just a simple, fun little collage. This actually is a pocket, but I glued all this over it, so it's not a usable pocket anymore. Okay, so this one was really fun. Did this one on December 26th. I think, was it a collage assignment or was it a number? Did I forget? No, here it is. I'm like trying to remember. Okay, so the elements are A Christmas Carol, holiday baking. This is what I made for myself for the 25th to eat. It's little blueberry tartlets, and they were very good. A game piece or puzzle. This is what we played. It's called Just One. So I took 2 of the game cards from the game. A piece of brown paper. We've got several of those. Something that flies, Rudolph flies, and bonus, something silver. So for my something silver, I actually did these charms, but then I think a stroke of genius happened, and I put these little gems all on the page, and they're just perfect. I absolutely love how this turned out. Yeah. I kind of had this page, this blue background. I was just like kind of waiting for the perfect thing to put on there, and I think I found it. The colors all just go perfect, even my blueberry tarts. And then this actually was the extra page, or the extra piece that I had torn off the side of this page, and so thankfully I hadn't used that yet, and so I was able to kind of continue that idea over to this page too. So yeah, really like this one. Like how that one turned out. Okay, so number 10, did this one on December 2nd. So this one was a letter to Santa. So instead of toys and things, I just kind of talked about helping those to remember for those in need, to provide food and drink for them, feeling lost, or those feeling lost, sad, or angry, help them to bring comfort and hope to those people. Pets are not toys, hoping people remember that and don't give pets and then forget about them shortly after Christmas, because that's just a tragedy. And then, of course, providing shelter and a sense of home to all of those who need it. And for me, keep bringing me good health. And if you could, I wouldn't mind a bag. So thank you, Santa. Oh, this was another one that was just kind of left over. I had this card that I was thinking about using in one of the last collages of the month that I ended up not, and so I just glued it into here, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This is like silver embossing on the card, which is just, it's gorgeous, and I love how it looks on this page, so put it there. This page was some private journaling, so I'll turn that over when I'm all done here and paste that onto the page. This was actually the very first one that I did. This was December 1st. I was having a difficult time getting into into the mindset of doing this. Unfortunately, this is my least favorite collage of the whole book. And I think it's mostly because of the colors. I like the idea of it, but the colors that I chose, especially with this magazine page, were just difficult. They kind of have a yellowish tone to them, which not my favorite. But anyway, so here's the assignments. Holiday lights, which we have in here. A gift tag, which is what I'm using. A sheet music. A flower or plant. We've got both. A sequence of numbers. And then bonus textured paper. And that's glued onto some handmade paper. Okay, so moving on. A couple more pages that didn't get anything added to them, but I don't mind it. I think they're interesting enough on their own. Same here. This was a really old postcard that a guy named Russell wrote to his family. I haven't read through it yet. I need to, but I just wanted to save it in here because I thought it was kind of special. So yeah, I might put some family photos here and this page too, but a couple pages that were still empty throughout. So this one, December 31st, it was number 21, and it says, what new thing do you want to try in the next year? And so I just did this very simple, it's literally 2 pictures, collage. I really liked the cards that they had made. This came from the Somerset Studio magazine. Sorry, the sun is really trying to come in. I hope it's not too distracting. So the thing that I wanted to try and do different for next year is, well, one of the things. The thing that I shared on this day was my journaling and planning situation for 2022. So I just kind of did a Franken planner with my Happy Planner for work, and then I'm trying a couple other different journals that I want to try and keep up for my own personal use for 2022. So I was just journaling about that. All right, and this was, I was looking for my prompt or something, and this wasn't one of those. This was another one that I just had extra pages, so I just went ahead and did this collage from some of my extra bits and pieces. So yeah, really love how this turned out actually. Yeah, came out really good. I like it. All right, so December 13th, and this was a 2-page spread. So number 6 says Festive Auto Portrait. Oh, okay, so I remember now. Okay, so I did this collage. It doesn't really have anything to do with the auto portrait, but I had taken a photo with a girl at work the day before this, or that day, I can't remember. And it also happened to be or maybe not the day it snowed, or it could have been a day or so after, but our first and, well, now second, our first of 2 snows in this new season of winter. And Sophie was sitting on the back of the chair looking out the window, looking at all the snow. I thought it was really cute. So put her on the front of my little journaling card here. And then, yeah, so me and my coworker happened to wear basically the same outfit. So we were twinning that day, and I cut her out of the photo, but she's on the back side of here, so I'll have that for my memories. And then I actually happened to get a new pair of glasses that day before too, so I had taken a picture of myself and sent that to my mom. It's not a great picture. I don't even think I had any makeup on or anything, but anyway, so a couple pictures of me, and we were all dressed up because we were decorating our cubes and stuff, and they got us a bunch of elf and Santa hats and things to wear. So I was kind of journaling about all that at work. Okay, so December 9th, this one is think back to your 10-year-old self. What would you have loved to receive? If you can find an image, place it here. If not, describe it. And so the thing I remember wanting the most was this Teddy Ruxpin. I couldn't remember if it was when I was 10 exactly or around that age. But when I looked at Google to see what toys had come out that year, which was 1988, when I was 10 years old, which this happened to be a different random other piece of paper ephemera that I had gotten from some, I don't even remember now, but I noticed that the date was June 1st of 1988, so I put that as part of the background. Nintendo. Me and my brother wanted Nintendo so bad. We didn't get it that Christmas, but we eventually got it shortly after, I think, if I remember right. We had to work for it. We had to save up our own money and buy it ourselves. We had chores and whatever things that we probably did for grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and things I don't even remember. But I just remember, I think probably my brother paid for most of it. He's a little bit older than me, but anyway, this came from the Daphne's Diary magazine. I just thought it was really cute. I love the dolls that this person makes, and I had said if they were around and when I was a 10-year-old girl, I would have loved to have one of those dolls. But yeah, Teddy Ruxpin. So I didn't get a Teddy Ruxpin. I think it was too expensive, and my parents probably were also creeped out by it, rightly so. So I actually got a really cute teddy bear instead that had a music box in it, and so I love that thing to death. I remember, I have really good memories of it. And so the other pictures here are just some cute old-timey pictures of, girls looking at their dolls or hoping and praying for dolls for Christmas. I also really, really wanted all the Care Bears. I think I got one eventually, and I don't remember if it was for Christmas or if it was for my birthday. Could have also been an Easter present. Easter sometimes is kind of around my birthday. I was born April 20th, so sometimes it falls on my birthday. So anyway, we used to sometimes get nice gifts for Easter, like one gift sometimes. And so I want to say I might have gotten a Care Bear, and I think it was this one with the, I think it was the Wish Bear, with the star and little rainbow. But I wanted all of them. I really, really did. And the Tender Heart Bear. I mean, come on. I still kind of want all of them. Okay, so this page again was just another extra leftover page that needed to be decorated. This was again from the Daphne's Diary. I just really wanted it in my journal, so kind of a perfect duo here. This was the page that was already there, just from me making the journal. So yeah, really like how this one turned out too. Another one where I just had this extra page left over, and so I just love these little deer. They're just adorable, so I thought they would go well on this page. And then this side, actually, I did some journaling. It's very hard to read. It's in kind of a gold ink color, but I was just journaling about doing this page actually. So I wrote about how on December 10th, so this one, here's the assignment. So it says red fruit or berries, fiber, yarn or string, a time or date, a business card, any kind of bug or insect, and then bonus, a stapled piece of paper. So this one kind of came together really fast, and this is one of my business cards. I use that as my business card, but yeah, it came together really super fast, and I was just kind of writing about how I felt bad for you guys because it was a quick video, and I don't know, I just felt like you should have had more video, but it is what it is. And in the end, this is probably one of my top 3 pages from this journal for this year, so I just really like how it turned out. So there's that one. All right, so this one is all about your playlist. So number 8 was Festive playlist, and I did this one on December 7th. So this is actually some screenshots from my Christmas music playlist in Spotify. And same here, I pulled these screenshots from the album covers of some of the albums and things that I like to listen to for Christmas. So yeah, just did a nice little collage of just various things. And then I have my journaling over here. So just kind of talking a little bit about that. Another one of my favorite ones, even though it is kind of busy for me, but I really like how this one turned out. Okay, so we've got another spread where I didn't do anything to it, but I don't think anything needs to be done. This came from a Daphne's Diary planner from, what year? 2019, I think, maybe. So there's that. And then this came from one of the last pages we're just about to get to. And then this is one of those old Christmas cards that I was trying to I was deciding for one of the last collages which Christmas card to use, so I kept this one. I didn't use this one, obviously, so I just put that one on this page to decorate the page with. Okay, so this spread came after a very long day. I had work. It was a Monday, so this was December 21st. I had worked all day, and then I had rehearsal at church for Christmas Eve, so brass rehearsal, and then after that I rehearsed the Silent Night stuff for the 5 p.m. service. So I was actually at church. I had to run home, feed the cats, and basically leave right away again. No dinner. That's pretty typical for me. And head over to church. And I didn't get home until around 9:30. And by that time, I'm sure you can imagine, I was pretty tired. Especially after playing for like 2.5 hours. That just tires you out. But I said, this was one of those where I didn't have a video ready for the next day yet. And I was like, you've got enough energy, just do one and you'll have it done. You'll be glad for it the next day. So just go ahead and take care of it. And so that's what I did. I stayed up late. I actually didn't get to bed until like midnight that night because I still had to edit it and everything afterwards. And yeah, it just takes a long time. After you've edited, and then uploading the video just takes a long time, especially when they're long ones like this. So yeah. But anyway, so the prompts for this were a candle or candlelight, a piece of wrapping paper. Where's my piece of wrapping paper? Oh, it was this. A line from a song, squares, a portion of envelope, and then bonus, something with fur. And so this one, I was telling my friend Jody after the fact about it. It was kind of one of those God moments where as I was doing it, I wasn't really thinking too much about the meaning of it. I mean, I was, but it was almost like something was kind of guiding me as I was doing it, and I wasn't really like knowing that in the moment until afterwards. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is pretty cool. So I chose this poem. It says, on Christmas Eve, I'll light a candle just like I do every year to remember all our loved ones who are no longer here. And so it's just kind of a special, I think a special spread. It's just, it makes me think of all the loved ones that have passed away, and it's just soft and nice, and yeah, it's just kind of special. So really like this. I really like this one. Okay, sorry. Another ding on my phone. So another empty spread here, ready for, I think, some family photos to go here. And then this one was done December 17th. It's number 15, which was, no, number 5, which was what I'm grateful for. So I had done this greens and golds, just collage to kind of go with what I wrote about what I'm grateful for. I just said I'm grateful for all the wonderful people in my life and the many friendships I have and my health and my knowledge, and equally grateful for the knowledge and ability that I have at my disposal to maintain my health, even though sometimes it's hard to fight those cravings, sometimes all the time. I'm also grateful for my abilities in music. I love to play instruments and challenge myself to be better, and what an amazing outlet music is for doing that. So that was what I wrote about for this day. Here's another page that is ready for some photos and maybe some more journaling tucked in there. This is the last of our little watercolored stamped images. I literally just put that on top of this piece of ephemera and just like let that shine there on that page. Okay, so December 29th, this was the collage with the old Christmas cards, which I wasn't sure which card I wanted to use, so ended up with this one. So this one had a holiday postage stamp, which we've got several here, a candy cane, a pair of something, it was a pair of pine cones, a piece of coloring book page, which I had colored the day before, a feather, and then bonus handwriting, and so that's where this came in. So this was another one that I'm just really like loving collaging. It's kind of just become something so much easier for me to do, and I really enjoy it now. I remember when I started that collage assignments from Marguerite Miller at the beginning of last year, of 2021, how unsure I was, and now it's just like second nature, you know? I mean, I've done it so much. I wish I could find, and I've been looking for something, I wish I could find something like the Marguerite Miller challenge, but for art journaling. And if you guys know of something, please tell me in the comments. I don't want to spend a ton of money, that's the other thing. I don't mind spending a little bit of money, but if I don't have to spend a ton of money or a ton of time, that would be best for me. Something like the Marguerite Miller challenge, but for art journaling, would be completely amazing. And maybe I might morph that into more of an art journal feel. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of thinking about some things, but okay, so December 3rd, I remember this one too. It was really cute. So this was another collage assignment, and I've got the assignment on the back here. So something found on a mantle. We've got stockings, a gingerbread man, which he almost didn't make it in, but he's there. Something out of the recycle bin. Actually, I pulled this out of the trash. This was the backing card for, I think, a pendant, or yeah, it must have been a pendant. I just really liked it. I thought it was kind of cool. And let's see, something with lines, lines there. A playing card, which is this, and then bonus, an art scrap, which I had a bit of watercolor art left over. I want to say this is also an art scrap. Yes, it is. And then this was another experimental something that I had done. So, and I couldn't resist putting her on there. She's just adorable. She's putting her stocking up onto the mantle. So there's that. Oh, I don't know what I'll put here. I ended up, this is the backing of this Christmas traditions that I did. I don't know what I'll put here, because I feel like I've written kind of a lot already in this journal, so I don't know that I'll write more, so maybe I'll just do another collage. But Okay, so for number 12, I did this on December 24th and December 25th. So this was a 2-day thing. Sorry, number 2, not number 12. What family traditions did you have as a child? So I just kind of put a little book together, a book within my book, of the traditions that we kind of had as a kid, or at least I remember the most. I mean, we all have a lot of traditions, but the ones that I kind of wanted to journal about that kind of made up my memories of Christmas. So I started with decorating the tree, and so I just did a little bit of journaling about that. And then this was a little story about my mom trying to start a new tradition of getting together a week or two before Christmas and making crafty ornaments or other kinds of Christmas decorations and crafting our own, which actually I really liked. I kind of want to do it some more. Maybe we should bring that one back. I don't know. But it was a lot of fun. It might have been a lot of work to put together, but you know, sitting around doing some crafting, having fun with the family, especially the family that doesn't really craft. It's always fun to get them to doing crafting things. Maybe that's why I didn't catch on. Anyway, I really like that one. And then this one is talking about my dad's side, big family. And so we got all the little snowmen. And so we always went over there on the 24th for Christmas Eve. Still to this day, it's my dad's side on the Christmas Eve and my mom's side on Christmas Day. And so this still is about my dad's side, and oh yes, this is talking about the food that, sorry, for whatever reason I confused myself and thought I had mixed these two up, and I didn't. And so now every time I look at the card that I wrote, I'm always like, wait, this isn't, no, this is right. So this side is talking about my dad's side. At some point when I was a little bit older, probably junior high or maybe high school, someone decided it would be fun to choose a different country each year for our food choices for Christmas Eve. So that was always kind of fun. We always had to kind of research and figure out popular Christmas dishes from whatever country it was that we chose. Some years turned out a lot better than others. I'll be completely honest. And then another thing that we always did at my dad's side is we always took time in the evening to sing Christmas carols. And not every year, but some years we held on to, I don't remember, it's Scandinavian, I know. I can't remember if it's Danish or Swedish, maybe both. But I'm both Danish and Swedish. More so on one side than the other. My mom's side, I think, is more Swedish, so it would have been Danish, I think. On my dad's side, I can't remember. But anyway, one of those traditions, apparently, I think, is that they used to hold hands and walk around the Christmas tree as they sung, I think, Silent Night. Maybe all Christmas Carol, I don't remember, but we do that sometimes. I mean, I don't mind singing the Christmas carols, but that side of the family, really, they're not musical people. And especially some of my cousins, the guys, are like, why do we do this? They hate it, like barely sing. So it's always a little bit of a struggle now. So I think that one's probably dying off a little bit, which is kind of sad, but I don't know. I guess it's fine too. So anyway, so on this page I was kind of writing about the ride home from that on Christmas Eve. It was usually in the town about a half hour away from where I grew up. The city I live in now. And so it was a little bit of a longer ride. It was quiet, and I was just always thinking about all the gifts and presents that I was going to get tomorrow, and from Santa, what am I going to get from Santa, and all that good stuff. So that there, and then this was just writing about Christmas Day and waking up in the morning. I was usually the one to wake up, and then I'd wake my brother up, and then we'd wake our parents up, and they'd say, no, we're tired. go downstairs and open your stockings and wait for us. So, yeah, just kind of talking about that and shaking all the presents, of course, trying to figure out what's in there. And so then on the back side of this was another from the Daphne's Diary. So I thought it was really sweet, so I put that on there. And then December 25th was reserved for my mom's side, and so here I'm just kind of talking about we would, after opening presents in the morning with my immediate family, we would get ourselves ready and go over to Grandma's house, and we'd have lunch with, obviously my family, my grandma, and my mom has two sisters. One of them is married, but neither one had kids, so it was just me and my brother on that side. So it was a very drastic difference where my dad's side is a huge family. He's got 7 brothers and sisters, bunches of cousins. Most of them were all in the area, so they mostly all came, and then the next day it was like less calm. It was more calm. It was just more comfortable. I always just felt more comfortable there. Just, I don't know, for whatever reason. So, more relaxed, more laid back. And then, so we'd eat dinner or lunch there. My grandma mostly always had her good china out. And I didn't say this when I was doing the video before, but as I was writing about it, I remembered, we'd use the good china, and it was a group effort to clean up afterwards. It wasn't just the women who cleaned up. Like, the entire family, everyone was helping, washing the dishes by hand, drying, things like that. That I think, I don't know, we still do that to this day. We don't always use the good china. We did this year. And it was, again, a group effort of cleaning. It always is. Which I really appreciate that about my family too. And so then after lunch, once all the dishes were cleaned and put away and everything was good, we would open our presents again. And so it was lots and lots of presents for Christmas. I always just remember that, which is interesting because now, like even this year, we didn't do presents at all, except my uncle, his birthday is on the 23rd, so we obviously celebrated his birthday at Christmas. So he has, since my aunt has been married to him and he's been a part of the family, it was always lunch, and then we would open his presents for his birthday and then the Christmas presents after because chronologically that's the order it was. But so he obviously got his birthday presents this year, and I had to laugh because I knew I had to share this with you guys. I totally forgot about it until today. But one of his gifts from my brother, his gift was he had asked for some planters for, outside for the spring and summer season. And so my brother got him some planters, and I was like super excited because he wrapped those planters in all kinds of Amazon packing paper. Like the whole time my uncle was opening his gift, he's one of those that rips them apart. And I'm like, no. I didn't say anything, but I was just, I think very intently looking at him, like thinking, please don't do that. And then afterwards, when I was very gently and methodically smoothing them all back out, folding them up, he was looking at me like I was a crazy woman. He asked me, I think at least 5 times, like, you really want all that? What are you gonna do with that? And I tried to explain, and he doesn't get it. So anyway, my mom's birthday is today, actually. It's the 2nd of January is her birthday, and we're going to be celebrating, I think, this next weekend or maybe the weekend after. I don't remember, but I'm going to be bringing this journal with me so that he can see why I keep those things. I'm not crazy. Well, maybe he still thinks I am, but I think he just likes to give me a hard time about it. So, okay. Oh, so much reminiscing. So December 22nd was this day, and I did number 14, which was what you'd really like to do tomorrow. And so this one was, I was thinking it would be really fun if we had another snow day and I could go out and play in the snow. So I was kind of remembering when we were kids and going out and playing in the snow and having so much fun doing the snow forts and snowball fights. And we actually even at some times had a little bit of an ice skating rink I grew up in the country on an acreage, and there was a place in our back pasture where if the conditions were just right, there was just it was kind of a valley or a dip situation. And if it had snowed enough and then melted enough and then frozen again, sometimes we actually got ourselves a little ice rink. So that was kind of fun. And I do remember skating on there. I think I was wearing my mom's ice skates. I don't think I ever had my own, but... So anyway, this says, let's dream of long ago and play in the snow. Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho. So that was kind of fun. And so then I was talking about that. And of course, I had to get the happy little reindeer in my journal somewhere. And so I thought, well, wouldn't it be nice as an adult if we, after all that fun in the snow, you come in and have yourself a bottle of wine. And you'd be happy as the reindeer. Okay, so this was December 14th, and it was number 9, which said just the word snow. And so, again, this was in the Daphne's Diary magazine, showed you how to make paper snowflakes. So I decided to go ahead and do that. And we have a bunch of paper snowflakes. And so I just kind of did a little bit of journaling about that. This was another one of those leftover pieces from last year that I ended up not using. So I love this sticker from the Daphne's Diary sticker book. So I'm glad I got to use her. And then just did a little grouping down here of some animals. The polar bear is not thrilled. I don't think I don't think any of them are all that thrilled about it being snowy, but they're awfully cute. And so just kind of did a little bit of journaling about that. This was another fun one. I hadn't made snowflakes in a really long time. Had to remind myself how to do it. Okay, so this one ended up becoming a 4-page spread. So I did this on December 11th, and it was number 1, which said, where would you like to travel? So actually there are a few places that I'd really like to go someday. They're on my bucket list. So I've never been to Ireland. I've always kind of wanted to go to Ireland, and for the longest time this is the longest one I've wanted to visit, the place I've wanted to visit for the longest time. So I put that one first. I'd love to go to the Caribbean or some kind of islandy beachy location. Would be pretty nice. I wouldn't mind that at all. I would love to do a trip to Alaska. A cruise to Alaska would be amazing, actually. And so I turned this into a little tuck spot. I've got Alaska here. And so there's my journaling about all 4 places. And then kind of, I think, sparked by the Lord of the Rings trilogy, like most people who want to go to New Zealand, I think, have discovered it. This obviously, I mean, I'm sure you can see the theme here. I gravitate towards this kind of landscape. So New Zealand is another place I would love to go visit. Plus, I get the feeling that the people there are just really nice and amazing kind of people. So yeah, what a great place to visit. It'd be a trip, be a pretty far trip, but I think it would be fun someday. So I think that's it. Yeah, I didn't do anything on these back pages. I'll just keep these for the nice pictures. And then this is my extra collage assignments that I didn't end up using, and this is where my prompt list lives. And this says, I wish you a wonderful year, which is just perfect because we're ready for a new year, guys, because it's, January now. So not sure what I'll do with these. Maybe I'll save these for next year and hopefully use them in next year's, or this coming December. It's not quite the new year for me yet. So yeah. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this walk through memory lane with me. I know I sure did. And yeah, I'm excited to get moving on some other fun, different projects. I'm excited to finish up some projects that I had started last year in 2021. One that comes to mind is the Strong Quotes Journal. I know I definitely want to finish that one out. There's more quotes in there that I want to use. So yeah. So anyway, this has been a really long video. Thank you if you're still watching. Thank you for sticking through it with me and listening to me ramble and go on and on. But yeah, I think I better end it here. So hope you all had a wonderful weekend and a good week coming up, or will have a good week coming up, and a little bit slow to get back into the groove of things like we all will be. I'll be in that boat with you guys. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.